Heads high is our posture. Against all odds, we gon' prosper. We know our place in this world. We gon' shine our lights till it hurts. Staying focused, we know our day coming. Negative vibes, we escape from it. We know our place in this world. We gon' shine our lights till it hurts.
What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Today, man, I want to speak on a young lady by the name of Eboni K. Williams. She recently announced that she's pregnant. She has been like artificially inseminated with a baby. Now, Eboni K. Williams was one who had she made the news probably almost about a year ago for announcing that, you know, her and what was the lady name on that came on her show, Iyanla Vanzant, and she said that she wouldn't date a guy that was a bus driver, and so that got Eboni K. Williams a lot of attention. So now she has recently announced that she has been she's been artificially inseminated, and she's pregnant. So she's going to raise her kid, her baby, by herself. I guess, she felt like she couldn't find a man who was suitable for her, and so now she wants to raise a kid on her own, and she's been artificially inseminated. Now, I just think that Eboni, for someone who is so well educated, I think she went to the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, and for someone who is so well educated, like, this decision, I think, is not a wise decision. She think that just because she is able to make a great living financially, that she can make up for what her kid is going to be missing in a father. First of all, if if a truck driver or a bus driver was not good enough for her to get with, I think it just looks kind of bad for her to have a kid by like somebody she don't even know. Like, she just basically, she had the sperm of somebody that she don't know inseminated into her, and she's going to raise this kid alone. The thing about this, though, is Eboni K. Williams is she's not a great role model for women, and in particularly Black women, for because of some of the issues that we have in our community with single mothers raising kids. And so now she's trying to, she's helping to promote that, and everybody know about, like, like, most of the men that are incarcerated come from single mother homes, people who are raised in single mother homes, they're more likely to commit suicides. And there's a lot of things wrong with, with being a single mother, and to put your kid at a disadvantage just because she wanted to be selfish. I don't think that is I don't think that's good. We are, ever since, like, I'm thinking like around the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s, single parents, being a single mother in our society, in our community, has been a big problem. And so a person like herself who knows better and who is purposely bringing a kid into a situation where she's a single mother, and I think she's just not a good example. Really, and to be honest, like I said, in our community, we can't afford to. I don't care, even if you do have money and means, you can't really afford to bring a kid into a situation where they're going to be raised by a single mother. I think that Eboni K. Williams is someone who is arrogant, selfish, and narcissistic. And I think that the mistakes that she's making now, and that's why I just said, I named the video "The Sins of a Mother," because usually when we think, people say the sins of a father, but and that refers to like the mistakes that one generation will that make, the next generation that comes behind that generation will pay the price for those mistakes. Anytime you have mothers who purposely have kids without their father and don't set their kids up in a proper family structure, you're setting the kid up for a whole bunch of problems. She's, like I said, she's selfish, and she don't seem to be concerned about anybody except herself. And I just think that like younger women should not look to Ebony K. Williams as someone, as a positive influence. She made, like I said, she made the statement of saying that she wouldn't date a bus driver, but I think that she would be better off having, any man, short of somebody, not like somebody who is abusive, but she'd be better off having any man in her life to help her with a kid than to raise a kid as a single mother. Let me just say that, like for instance, Tiger Woods' father, this is a guy who came from humble beginnings, and he was, his wife accepted him. He wasn't a rich man. And they were able, look what they was able to do. Let me see, Michael Jordan's father, this was a guy who also came from humble beginnings, and look how that turned out. But just imagine if Tiger Woods' mother or Michael Jordan's mother was to say that, I'm not going to marry a bus driver. Or Richard Williams, Venus and Serena, their father. Just imagine, if his wife, their mother was saying that, I can't marry a bus driver. So, I don't I think women are to be careful, if you're thinking about following the lead of Ebony K. Williams. She's just not a good example of someone who is, someone who makes, she don't make rational decisions. For some, she seems to me to make emotional decisions. I'm going to do more videos on this topic, because I think that there is no shortcut, in my opinion. Well, I know for a fact there are no shortcuts when it comes to raising a family and building a life with somebody. You just can't, it's just like baking a cake and you want to leave some of the ingredients out. And then, the cake is not going to be the same. And, with a family, if you think, or if she thinks that she can just leave the father out and it won't have any effect on her kid, she's sadly mistaken. And like I said, in my opinion, she's arrogant, selfish, and narcissistic. And those kind of people tend to raise kids who are the same way, kids who are going to be arrogant, selfish, and narcissistic. And in the long run, I think that will hurt her. I think when kids grow up in a family structure, they learn values that will benefit even Ebony K. Williams. When she gets older, she will be able to depend on her son or daughter, whichever one she has. She'll be able to depend on that kid to help take care of her. But if all her kid knows is a mother who is selfish and narcissistic and arrogant, and thinks she has all the answers and can do everything by herself, then when it comes time for her to really, when she needs her kid, then she will find out that she made a big mistake, because those are the kind of kids who wind up putting you in nursing homes, um, You don't have the, if she ever was to get sick or something like that, because this kid is so much like her, then and they wasn't grown up in a family structure, and they don't understand loyalty and responsibility to family, then she is going to, like I say, in the long run, she's going to cheat herself. Never mind, it's so many other things that black women in our society go through. She's just causing a whole lot of problems for herself, and she'll find out in the long run that this is just a big mistake. Um, for 40 or 50 years, black women have been, well, not just black women, but the black family have been suffering because of how, I believe the powers that be wanted to intentionally destroy the black family. And so knowing that, there's a war on the black family, and she creates this kind of situation on purpose, I just don't think that she is someone who can be looked up to. I think that she makes herself look like someone who has poor judgment. And like I said, you know, whatever she have, a son or a daughter, her kid is going to suffer the consequences of her poor judgment. And this is no way to build a legacy. This is no way for a person to build a even an empire. You can't do it alone. you know um and I think she's going to find out the hard way. And people have been telling her, for years, ever since, or for a year at least, ever since she had that, she did that broadcast with Iyanla Van Zandt. And she kind of, it seemed at one point that she kind of she learned her lesson, or was she understood the message. And but her actions prove different, because now she's pregnant. She's been artificially inseminated. But let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know if you think that, what Ebony has done, if she'll regret this later. And I don't now want to say that, it's a bad thing to have a kid, but I think to create a kid purposely under less than ideal conditions, I think you kind of setting yourself up, and you kind of setting the kid up for a more difficult life. Even if she has money, money is not going to be the answer to everything. And like I said, I just gave some examples of men who were in their families, who were in their kids' life, and they helped their kids to go on to be great athletes or great entertainers. Now everybody's goal is not to be a great athlete or entertainer, but we have people in our community. I just use these people because they are recognizable. But there are a ton of fathers who do drive buses, and who do come from humble beginnings. Like myself, I never graduated from high school. I did get my GED, and I went on to, and I started my own business. But my daughter, I was able to get my daughter into college, and support her through college. And you know so she, as a mother, she watched her mother make sacrifices so she can live the life that she lived. And she was not, she didn't want to do that. She was not able to make a sacrifice. And like I said, let me know what you think. If you think that, if you cool with what Ebony K. Williams is doing by having a kid without a man, um, I'm telling you, there's going to be so much more. Like, a lot of things are going to come to, people are going to see that a lot of what's going on in our society, like as far as like with black women, like women getting older, black women are more likely to be like they're getting evicted at a high rate. Black women are becoming more homeless. Black women you see out here at a higher rate than any other demographic or any other segment of our community. And you know, she is just not doing you know, a service to the community by promoting this type of you know, activity. But let me know what you think. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. And I appreciate all the support. And I look forward to all your comments. Peace.